Hello everyone! Hope you are doing well. Today, I'm going to show you how you can visually customize your Bagisto store without diving into the code, using a visual editor and a special package I created called Visual Velocity. We'll start by designing a beautiful storefront live in the browser, and then I'll show you how to install everything from scratch using Composer. Let's dive in. Here, I'm in the Visual Editor, where we can customize the storefront and see the result in real time in the live preview right here. I will start by customizing the style of the site. So, I will go in the theme setting panel by clicking on the cog icon. First, I'll change the body font to something fancy like Playball. And then, I will update the heading font to Lobster. As you can see, fonts instantly apply across the store. You can apply any font you want. Just select the font that matches your brand. Next, let's update the color scheme. A color scheme is a set of colors that defines your store's visual identity, including background, text, primary, and secondary colors. The package comes with 3 color schemes: a default light color scheme that uses the default velocity colors, an alternative light color scheme, Mocha, and a dark color scheme. Let's apply the Mocha color scheme to see how it looks like. And now, the dark theme. When you select a color scheme, it is applied across all pages of the website. You can also use your own preferred colors. When I click on a color scheme, I can edit every colors like the background color, the default text color, the primary color, the secondary color, and so on, but I won't do that. The recommended approach is to add a custom color scheme where you configure your own color. But before that, I will set this new color scheme as our default color scheme so that we can see the edits in real time. Now, let's say we want black as our primary color, the color applied to some headings and buttons. I just pick it here. And I also select white for text on primary backgrounds. It's applied instantly. Before we start customizing the homepage, let's take a quick look at how the visual editor works. Here, you can select the page you want to edit. For this demo, we'll stick with the home page. Every storefront page is built using sections, and all those sections are listed right here in the sidebar. Each section can be enabled, disabled, edited, reordered, or even removed completely. There are 2 types of sections in the editor: layout sections and template sections. Layout sections are global. They're shared across all pages of your storefront, like the header or footer. So, when you edit a layout section, the change applies to every page. Template sections are unique to the page you're editing. You can reorder, disable, or remove these without affecting other pages. In the current homepage, we have a slideshow section, a promo banner section, a category carousel section, a product carousel section, and more. You can reorder these sections by simply dragging them up or down to change how content is displayed. We can hide some sections maybe for marketing reasons. For example, let's hide the collection tiles section. As you can see, it's immediately removed from the live preview. We can just as easily enable it back. Instead of hiding, you can also permanently remove a section if it's not needed. And of course, you can add new sections to any page. For example, let's add another product carousel to showcase a different collection. Now that you have a quick overview of the visual editor and how sections work, we're ready to start customizing the homepage. First, I will show you how you can edit the top bar. Let's click on the top bar section right here. It opens a panel where you can see that there are settings to show-hide the announcement text. You can show-hide the currency switcher. You can also show-hide the locale switcher. And finally, you can edit the announcement text. Let's move on to customizing the header. The header is made of several block elements, like the logo, navigation, search, user account, and mini cart, and you can reorder them visually to change the layout. Let's say I want the logo to be in the center. I just drag it below the navigation block here in the editor. Now, if I want the mini cart to be the last item in the header, I just drag it under the user block, like this. You can freely rearrange all these blocks to match the header layout that fits your store's design. And there's more. Each block also comes with customization options. Let's check them out. For the logo block, you can upload your own logo and add an alternative text to be shown when no logo is set. For the navigation block, you can choose how the menu is displayed, directly in the header or inside a sidebar drawer. You can also define how many items should stay visible in the header before they overflow into the sidebar. The search block allows you to change the search icon to match your store style. For the compare block, you can customize the icon as well. The mini cart block gives you control over the icon and even the text shown in the cart drawer. Finally, the user account block lets you change the icon and the text shown to guest users, like the welcome guest text. This gives you complete flexibility to build a header that's not only functional, but visually aligned with your brand. And again, no code is required. Next, let's customize the slideshow section of the homepage. By default, the slideshow displays the images already configured in the Velocity theme, but you can easily add your own slides. To add a new slide, just click the slideshow section, then click Add Block, and then click on Slide. A new slide block is created. Now click on a slide block to open its configuration panel. Here, you can completely customize this slide. You can upload your own image, like a banner or a promotional visual. You add a heading, and adjust the font size to make it stand out. You can add a subheading too, and control its size. You can also add a call to action button, customize the text, and set a link to any page. And finally, you can choose the position of the slide content, left, center, or right, depending on your layout and image. You can add as many slides as you like, each fully customizable, so your homepage hero section really reflects your store's identity and promotions. Now let's look at the promo banner section. Promo banners are great for displaying important messages, seasonal promotions, or store-wide offers. To edit it, just click on the section. You can change the text and add an optional link. For example, you might link to a special category page or to a special product. Next, let's customize the category carousel section. This section is designed to showcase your main product categories. It's a fast, visual way to guide users deeper into your store. There are two ways to manage the categories shown here. The first way is by adjusting the settings below. For example, you can choose a parent category, and only child categories of this parent category will be displayed. You can also limit how many categories appear. The second way to customize is by manually adding specific category blocks. To do that, click Add Block, and then click on Category. It will insert a new category block. Click on the block to open its settings. Here, you can select a category from your store catalog. You can see that the category is displayed here. Add as many categories you want. There is also a product carousel section. It works similarly to the category carousel, but showcases actual products. The first way to populate the carousel is to select a category, and the section will automatically display products from that category. You can also set a limit to control how many products appear in the carousel. Alternatively, you can handpick individual products by adding product blocks manually. Click Add Block, and then Product. A new product block is inserted. Click on it to open its settings. Here, you can select a product from your store catalog. You can also customize the heading of the carousel. And customize the arrow icons. Whether you want to display featured, trending, or seasonal products, the product carousel gives you full flexibility, automatically or manually. Now, let's move on the collection tiles section. This section is great for highlighting promos, collections, or categories with visual impact. We'll start by customizing the overall layout of the section. Click on the collection tiles section, and you'll see a variety of settings in the sidebar. We can set a heading for the section. For example, Shop by Collection. We can define the number of columns for desktop devices. We may also define the number of columns for mobile devices. Let's switch to mobile view, right here, to see how it looks like. This will help us to design a responsive storefront. Let's switch back to desktop view. We can also adjust tiles image ratio, square, portrait, landscape. Finally, we can adjust tiles title position, the vertical alignment, and the horizontal alignment. Now that we define the overall layout, let's see how we can customize each tile. Here, we can see all tile blocks. We can reorder them. Delete some tiles. Add new tiles. Let's click on a tile block to edit it. We can change the image. Set a custom title. And add an optional link, which could take users to a category page, product listing, or even a custom URL. You can add as many tiles as you want and reorder them visually. As you've seen, the home page is fully customizable. You can edit every section, from the header to the product carousels, or even add new sections to the layout. You can also remove sections you don't need, or simply reorder them to match the flow and style of your store. Everything you've seen in this video is powered by the Visual Velocity theme, which is fully compatible with Bagisto 2.2 and above and is designed for visual editing. Now let's take a look at how you can install Visual Velocity in your own Bagisto project using Composer. I will start by setting up a fresh Bagisto installation. It's ready. Let's scaffold the project. I have already set up a database that I will use here. Everything is good now. Let's start the web server. Let's see how it looked like. Now let's go to the admin panel. Everything looks good. I can now proceed with the installation of Visual Velocity. I got an error, but it is normal. The visual editor is not officially released yet, so we need to instruct Composer that we want to install the alpha version. We do it by setting the minimum stability from stable to dev in the Composer JSON file. Now it's installing. I will add a link to the documentation in the description, where you can see everything you need to set it up yourself. One more step. We need to publish the package assets. Let's go back to the admin panel. You can see that there is a new menu here, Bagisto Visual. Here, you will see all of themes that are visual editable. Let's do some changes to the Visual Velocity theme. I will set the color schemes to mocha. And change the top bar announcement text. Now, when you are done with your edits, you can click the Publish button here. All the edits you made are saved automatically. You only publish when you are ready for your changes to go live on the storefront. Now, I will go back to the admin panel and change the default theme to Visual Velocity. We can now see the storefront. As you can see, our edits are live. Woohoo! As you can see, with Bagisto Visual, it's incredibly easy to customize your storefront. You don't need to dive into code just to change a header layout or swap a banner. It's fast, visual, and intuitive. And honestly, I think it's awesome. But here's the exciting part. We're just getting started. We're working on a growing collection of new sections, different types of headers, more carousel styles, and modern e-commerce blocks, like before-after view, shop the look, and more. This will give you even more freedom to design your storefront exactly how you want, with just clicks. So if you're excited about where this is going, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update when these features go live.